Alright, F2, ARV Titan, spawn. Haha, there we go. And we have the ARV Titan. Alright, welcome back everybody to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm KnowItAllDM. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing great today, hanging out on the Coalition of Gamers Empyrion server. Thank you for joining me today. If you like what you see today, hit the like button. So, in previous episodes, we've been gathering resources to try to build my biggest capital vessel yet. The ARV Titan. Now, we've already gone ahead and gotten the plastic materials and growing plots that we need and put those in there. We've also gone ahead and made up a whole bunch of the turrets and stuff and put them in there. And now, I believe I have the remaining necessary ingredients for this. Now we've got some of the combat steel and some cargo blocks that we're going to put in there as well, but I am also making up additional combat steel blocks because we're going to need a lot of it. But just to get us started, I'm going to go ahead and put in the multi-turret, the artillery turret, the laser turrets, thrusters, more thrusters, more thrusters, even more thrusters, and a whole lot of RCSs. We're going to put in some tier 2 generators, pulse lasers, rocket turrets, tier 1 generators, more advanced constructors, more fuel tanks, and a whole bunch of combat steel blocks. Now, once we get this down to like nothing, we can stop adding components and just add raw ores and we'll be good. So I'm going to go ahead and see how many more of these I believe it will take, because now we get it down to 6 hours and change, so it shouldn't take too terribly long. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have this over here stop making these, and we're going to make up some things. And we're going to make up some other components to get the rest of what we need. Now, the most of what we need is neodymium. We're almost there with the neodymium. So what uses neodymium? Oscillators, flux coils. And power coils use flux coils. So anything that uses power coils is going to use neodymium. So let's see, we're also going to need Erythrum and Zascosium. We need just a little bit more of each of that, a very little bit more. So I'm probably just forgetting one device for the Erythrum Zascosium. I believe that is it right there. Once we get that put in there, we might be good with the Erythrum Zascosium and neodymium. If not, I'll probably have one other thing to put in there. Cobalt, I'm also really close to. Silicon and copper, we have a whole bunch of devices that like chairs and stuff that are around the place that and lights. Specifically, we have like 1,000 lights which uses silicon and copper. So that's probably the biggest thing that we have silicon and copper wise. So put that in there. That's not quite enough. We're gonna need more Erythrum and Zascosium. Let's go ahead, let's see what else capital vessel wise am I forgetting. I believe we've got at least one repair station. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2. And then what else do we need? I don't know. I think I already did a repair bay, but let's go ahead and do another one just to see. Let me go ahead and throw this in there. So there's a repair station. And the reason I'm making up full component blocks is it will actually reduce the production time by a decent amount by using the full construction things instead of just the individual pieces. Someone had mentioned that before, and I already knew that was true. It's just with smaller devices, I prefer to use just the little components just to make it easier on me. Okay, we're very close to the cobalt. We're about 100 away from each the Erestrum and Zascosium. So let's see if I go ahead and do this. If I just do, say, 10 power coils, in addition to whatever this uses, that's 4 more power coils plus Zascosium alloy, that should be more than enough stuff after I do that to give me what I need, Erestrum, Zascosium, and maybe even neodymium wise. Alright, we are almost ready. We've got 27 more of those. That doesn't look right. It might be right. And we're going to go ahead and put those in there along with these. So that is 576. Bam, bring us down to 3 hours. 163. 2 hours, 11 minutes. And we're still working on the silicone, iron, and sathium. But the silicone we're working on is right here, almost completely made up, or very nearly should be. I think I went a little overboard with the steel plates, but that's okay. I went ahead and made them up. Glass plates, steel plates, and then those, just because I figured it seems faster than having to make this every time. I don't know why it's needing to make more glass plates. Maybe I underestimated the amount of glass plates we needed, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and wait till it's finished with those. This is still making up these over here. We got about 500 more of those, and then once we get all those in there, it should be down to 1 second spawn time, even if we're not done with the ingredients. And at that point, we should be able to throw in some iron and sathium ingots just to make up the rest. Alright, 3, 2, we're almost there. I'm getting excited because this has been a long time coming. This entire thing has been leading up to this moment. Alright, we got 6 more windows. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, more than enough sathium. Awesome. Let's go ahead and have this start making up combat steel blocks just in case, and that way it'll make them a little bit quicker between this side and the other side. We got 28 there, and over here we're going to have these start making up. So once these get to the point where this will be reduced to less than 1 hour, down to like 1 second, then I'm going to come on back with you guys. Alright, well, we've gotten a little bit more than 500 of these built up now. Didn't take too terribly long. Let's see, that should bring us down to just under an hour, or just over an hour. So it looks like we're going to need about 500 more, and then we'll be good to go. At the rate these are making up, let's see, that one's going to make up a total of 300-ish. That will make up, let's see, if I bring this down to, let's go ahead and do 268 more. Let's just do 240 more. Do a total of 250 on this side and 250 on the other side. That will be 48, 41. So that should give us 250 on either side. That'll be 500. That'll be close enough to 1 hour. Let's go ahead and just do 5 more on either side, and that ought to bring us where we need. May not have clicked that. I may have clicked that too fast, but that's okay. Once we get all those put in there and see how much that makes up with this, we will be good to go with adding the ingots in by themselves. Alright, we've got 255 over here, and let me just go on and get out there myself. We got 255 there, that is 510. Bam! Down to 12 minutes. So let's see what we can do about reducing that a little bit further. Let's make up 100. It ain't even going to be needing 100. Let's make 30 over here, and 30 over here, and that should be good. Now let's take a look at what we got here. We're going to be only about halfway there, so I'm going to go ahead and start grabbing silicon and iron ingots. Let's start at the bottom here. Grab the ingots that will not be used by. Let's throw that back in there. We're not going to, probably not going to use all these. That. In fact, we're probably going to use very few of these, if at all. And then let's go ahead and come over here and grab the ingots from here. There's more than enough iron in here. Let's go ahead and switch this up to here. And this up to here, just so I can see it all. Alright. And let's just throw those back in there so we have some places to grab these things that we're building up right here. Actually, I'm only going to need one spot here, so let's go ahead and grab all that. Okay. We've got 37, 41. We're almost at the 60 that we were making up. That should be enough to bring it down from 12 minutes to 1 second. $47, $51, $53, $55, $56, $59, $60. Alright, let's see. Will that bring us down to 1 second? Ooh, 5 minutes. So, very close. Brought us from 12 to 5. Let's make up a total of 30 more. We got the resources. Like so. I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. We're going to have to make our way back to Omicron once this is over. But we can do that. I actually made a trip to Omicron with Ridley and came back here so he could spawn in his capital ship. Alright, we got 5 here. 5 there. Oh yeah. Let's see. How does that 10 bring it? 10 brings it down to 4. 4.5. In fact, we might want to just, once these are made up, whether or not it brings it down to 1 second, it'll bring it down close enough that we'll be on Omicron. It'll be done before we get on Omicron. Alright, here we are. Here we are. 15 and 15. That's another 20. That brings it down to 2 minutes. That's more than enough time for us to get to Omicron. Alright, let's just start throwing these in here until we are full up on the resources we need. We'll probably have to grab a bit more Alright, that's all the iron we need. We can throw the iron back into here. Actually, let me go ahead and grab the iron out of here because it's not supposed to be in this one in the first place. And let's throw these up and throw them back down here. And let's start making up some fuel cells. What do we need? Hydrogen bottles? Oh yeah, it needs some iron to make up hydrogen bottles. Let's just put some of these in here. That should be good enough. Let's just throw in a couple thousand, and that should make up more than enough. Alright, over here we got a couple of sathiums here. Let's throw all our iron back into here. We'll probably end up using the iron for some stuff later. Do we have any more sathium? No. Alright, so with the sathium we only need a little bit more. What is that? There we go. And I can throw this sathium back into here. And now that we've got that, let's go ahead and start production. And let's see, I don't want to take the space miner. In fact, I'm going to go to the Akua trade stations and head over there myself. But I need to bring some stuff to make sure we can get back. So in order for us to get back, we're going to need some pentaxid. 300 will be way more than enough. We're going to need fuel. I don't know if this will be enough, but it should be more than enough to get over here. Let's go ahead and grab a bit of oxygen and some water bottles just so we can make up some more oxygen if we need to. We are going to need my equipment. Let's just grab everything and throw the rocks back in there because I don't need rocks. Let's see, pistol, assault rifle. Do I have a... Yeah, that pistol. Pulse rifle, let's see, like this. Throw these over here. Let's make sure we get this organized proper. I'm going to put ammo on the bottom. I don't have any additional pulse rifle ammo, that's fine. I could leave that here, but I want to take the chainsaw just in case. Never know when you're going to need a chainsaw. Let's keep the equipment up here. Emergency rations, multi-charges, drill charges, antidote injections. Let's go ahead and throw the motorbike on 6. These down here. Oxygen, that'll be the stuff for that. For the ship, this will be the stuff for us. Let's go ahead and grab what little food we have here and eat what we can because we're almost out of food. I need to grab more oxygen than just that. Let me grab this whole fitty. Let me grab all of it. Okay. Might as well leave this stuff here. Let's fill us up with some oxygen here. All the way up, alright. Now, let's take the Falcon over to the Akua trade station and head to Omicron from here. Let's see. I can just do that. There's the blueprint production being completed. Alright, we're just far enough away from that carrier not to get hit by it. How fast can I get this? It was at 1,140 or 114. So let's get over here to the trade station and dock inside. The ship slows down relatively slow. It'd slow down even worse if I had the other thrusters going. Alright, let's just park our ship right here. Let's rotate it a bit. Let's rotate it this direction so that if we need to leave later we can just skedaddle. Alright, we don't need jetpack because we got gravity. We have oxygen. We're not going to have it once we get to Omicron, but alright. Now, let's head on up to the top level here. Restricted staff only, that's fine. And enter into here. It's locked, but the lock code is 2706. On our way to Omicron. Alright, Omicron is right here. And this ought to actually take us to the teleporter we need to get down to the planet, because they didn't key it right. But that's okay. Alright, we are on Omicron planet's surface. Now, the exit to this is actually right here, quite literally right next to us. Let's make sure to put our helmet on, that way we don't starve. And I've got this small vessel right over here, that I had because I was using it before to get over here so I could get home quicker. When I was after coming back from showing Ridley how to get over here. So we're going to come over here to my base, and you're going to see Ridley's capital vessel, which is based after a Hammerhead Corvette from Star Wars. I believe he got the base model of it off of the workshop and then modified it a bit. I don't know what he did to modify it, if anything, but I added a couple of turrets to it and helped him out with the control panel. So in order to spawn this capital vessel in, we're going to have to park this way over here, out of the way, like so. And then we're going to have to actually move the Samba out of the way, because the Samba is a little bit taking up space in here that we're going to need. So turn this on and just move you out this direction. And we'll park you back there. Actually, we're probably going to put the Samba on the Titan. So let's just drop you right here. Alright, and we can come on out here. Make sure not to fall off the edge there. Ugh, I'm getting excited. This capital vessel is actually my best creation yet. And I've put a lot of work into it. So hopefully you guys won't be disappointed with it. Hopefully everything works. I mean, I tested it out in creative mode, including its combat capabilities, which which I might say are quite impressive. So, alright, F2, ARV Titan, spawn. Haha, there we go. And we have the ARV Titan. Now, it's floating because that's what ships do. But let me go ahead. I'm going to use the control panel to power this thing up a little bit. All of that is only 30%. Fill up the tanks, only 16% with what I have. Let's turn flight systems off. Keep secondary systems on. Keep our alert status normal. And let's have a look at what this creation of mine has to offer. So right away, we've got the ramps in here, which are keyed along with this sensor to open and close along with the door. Let me turn off all the lights because the lights need to be censored. Over here, hold on. Lights off. Okay. So I can close this ramp. That ramp actually leads up to here, which, as you can see, is the repair bay for the vessels, we've got a lower docking door here that we can open and close, and it'll automatically open and close with the approach of ships and the like. This is the Falcon Bay. You can put a Falcon over here, park that here, or a dromedary, and then over there is where we can park a Goliath or a Colossus, which you haven't seen the Colossus yet. This over here is the SOV bay, where you can put any of the SOVs or the smaller vehicles, as well as a Samba docking port. You can park the Samba or the Rhino tank right here. Unfortunately, when you do that, when you lower this, it seems to cut the ship in half, but because there's no collision mesh error with that, it just goes right through it visually, and well, it doesn't hurt the ship. So we're going to continue from here to the forward of the ship. The next room we have here is the equipment lockers. Over here you've got 4 primary equipment lockers as well as armor lockers and the repair station and an oxygen station. You'll find these oxygen stations around the base, even though the ship itself is oxygenated. Right now we barely have enough oxygen to fill it up, but we'll fix that. Over here we've got a decontamination chamber where you can decontaminate yourself from radiation, and in case you need additional radiation reduction, we've got a nice little purple light. So you can also put equipment in these closets here, and we've got enough equipment to hold equipment for just about anybody. Through here, we've got our 4 advanced cargo or advanced constructors. We've got the main constructor here where you want to put most of your stuff. This here is where you want to put raw ores and refine them into ingots. The reason that I don't have a furnace is because furnaces can only be attached to bases. Over here, we've got the ammunition constructor where you want to put your ammunition and such. Hey, Ridley, what's up?
Yo.
I'm actually in the middle of recording because I just spawned in the Titan.
Oh, rip. Sorry.
Hey, no, it's fine. I was in here in case someone decided to pop in and wants to get on the game and check out the Titan.
Oh, I'm actually hyped. Yeah. I literally woke up 10 minutes ago.
Cool.
Yeah,
I moved your hammerhead out of the way so that I could spawn this thing in.
Oh yeah, no problem. It's already spawned in, so you can move it.
Yeah, I'm just giving the peeps a tour of the Titan. But if you want to get in and have a tour yourself, I can show you around.
Yeah, I would like to have a tour. It would be amazing.
All right, I'm gonna head to the bridge real quick, and the peeps are gonna see a little bit of the ship as we're going up. Just so that I can get the ship to fall, because for some reason vessels in this game don't fall to the ground unless someone's in the cockpit. So if you turn a ship thrusters off while you're up in the air, it'll just sit up there.
Yeah, but mine actually fell down when I spawned it in.
Yeah, when you spawn it in, it'll fall down unless its thrusters are turned off when it spawns in which case it'll float. It's weird. Also, yours you didn't have to raise up. I had to raise mine about a block above the ground for it to actually spawn in, just because for some reason when I did that it was like I test spawned it in into other things just to see if you could spawn it in on the platform. Yeah, I'm here waiting for you in the game.
My grandma just came in. Yeah, I'm actually hyped. I'm coming right now.
Let's see how this thing looks from the tower, shall we?
Oh yeah, actually, tower view is real nice. Everything looks like really space in some kind of way.
Well, I always try to make my creations look based off of like Star Trek or Star Wars or combinations of things like that. The Titan itself, the design is based off, like the hull design is based off of the battlecruiser from StarCraft, whereas the interior designs are sort of Star Trek style, plus my own little flair to make it match with the rest of my ARV stuff.
Yeah, mine is totally based off Star Wars. Totally. There's no way it's not based on Star Wars because it's actually called Hammerhead Corvette.
Yeah. Now, did you get the entire design off the workshop, or did you?
I changed. I tuned it.
Okay, cool.
The entrance was really difficult because the entrance was in the back, so there was a hole in the back.
Okay.
And I was like,
okay. Yeah, I like the change where you put the entrance in the front. Yeah, it's a really cool thing. But you should see my Titan that I just spawned in. It's got an entrance in the front and the back and on top.
Okay, I'm coming. I just heard my food came.
Yep, I see you in the players list.
Yes, I am at the entrance. This thing is huge, man. Huge. It's still on private.
Oh yeah. Let me come down from the tower.
Okay.
Actually, it looks like I might not have had to move the Samba to get that there. Which entrance are you at? The front or the back?
I don't really know. I think I'm at the back. The one facing north is the back, I think. No? Oh, yeah, I see you. Here. Here. Yeah, that was it. Do you see my shot?
Where?
I'm right here.
Oh, I see your arrow on the thing. Yeah, you're at the front.
Oh, is this the front? Okay.
Yeah, that's the front.
Is there another way to come in?
Only through the very front or very back.
Oh, you don't have like these. So we have to, if you're in space, we have to go to the front or the back.
There's also an entrance up at the top that you could go in if you're in space.
Oh, yes.
So
can it carry like mini vessels?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So just so everyone can get a good view of it.
Okay, now I'm actually curious. I now want to see it too.
This is the Titan that I built.
The blue thing right here. The blue blocks.
They're just steel. It's just a design.
Oh, I'm just a noob. I need to know what it is.
Yeah, I built this thing from scratch. It was really fun.
I'm looking inside. I see tables. Oh, is this a restaurant?
Okay. Hold on. There we go.
Wait, let me come in. I don't have access, so I have to come in.
Yep, I'm changing it to the ARV faction now. So this is the cargo bay right here. I don't have any cargo boxes in here yet because I figured I would just, put cargo boxes in as we need them.
But you could build you could put here one hover vessel,
Yeah, we don't need that for the hover vessel. Well, we would put a if there was a hover vessel, it'd just be a mule. This here is the secondary cargo where you put ammunition and harvest things and, well, just about anything else you need. There are seats all throughout the ship.
Oh, so but you have more seats than mine, I guess.
Oh yeah, this vessel can hold the number of seats. I don't know how many there are because I modify the control panel. There's about, I'd say, 60 or so. This is the constructor room. I've got a advanced constructor dedicated to each different things: main constructor, ore processing, ammunition processing, and promethium and pentaxid fuel processing. Wow. This next chamber here is the it's the equipment chamber and decontamination chamber.
What's the decontamination?
Well, it's got a shower to reduce you from radiation.
Oh. don't, man, privacy, man. Why can't I am showering outside.
But also, it's got this switch out here to make a nice purple decontamination light that mechanically does nothing, but every light in a decontamination chamber in science fiction is purple.
Then we have purple light. It's very good.
Yep. So over here is where you can store the cargo and armor and the like. The theory of what I did, why I put 4 of each, is that if you have a crew of 4 actual people, you can store your weapons in the locker and your armor in the armor lockers, and you know, that way each person would have their own assigned locker.
Oh yes.
You can also take your helmet off inside here. At least for now. I've got very little oxygen in it, but
Dude,
so this over here, this is the hangar bay for the Falcon and the Dromedary.
What? Is there a ship called the Dromedary?
Yeah, I've got a Dromedary that I spawned in over there. And this, you can also put a Colossus or Goliath over here. These are each ships that I've created, designed specific. Like I designed this ship around that the same design as them.
So this is actually a mothership.
Yeah, this is it's based off of the ARV technology that I've been working with. Over here is the SOV bay where you can put some small vessels over here and hover vessels.
Mine is not gonna fit. It's too wide.
Yeah,
too wide.
But I've got
I'm gonna make more.
Yeah, I've got specific hover vessels and small vessels that are called SOVs, or single occupancy vehicles, which are meant to go in slots right like this, and you can just detach them with one person, go out, do what you need, and then come back.
But I actually have one more plan. So I got another design from the Steam Workshop. I tuned it again, and guess what it looks like.
What's up?
Yep. Like Star Wars, because right now I'm gonna go AFK for a moment.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Hey Ridley, you're kind of dying over there. I think you're starving to death and lots of things because your heartbeat was going. Yep, looks like he's about to die.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. Did you die? No, you didn't die.
No, I had like 1 food. So I used my last.
Yeah, it sounded like you were sort of dying.
Yeah, actually I was kind of dying.
I've just been using the control panel to move things from place to place. I don't know which constructor is which because they're not labeled in the control panel. Let's just go back to the constructor room. You'll notice I moved the Samba into here.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so the main constructor is here. Let me make sure to name that.
Wait, this is such kind of weird light. It's like yellowish.
Yep, because to me, yellowish is engineering and construction.
Upper corridor, lower corridor, construction.
Let's see. Okay.
How will you ever find your way through this whole ship?
Oh, I know my way through the ship.
Oh, dude, I'm right now in the lower corridor. There's literally nothing here.
Nah, just come back down to the bottom and I'll show you. I'll give you a tour.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one of the secondary turbo lifts or elevators. So I've shown you the bottom level. The bottom level is basically straightforward. You go, forward and back from the cargo bay all the way to the hangar bay. So here you'll notice next to every elevator there is the list of decks and where you currently are.
Right now I'm at cargo bay B.
That is correct. And so if you'll just follow me up the elevator one deck, we are now in sick bay. So if you come to sick bay and you have non-critical care, meaning basic hit point damage and basic damages, you can come over here. You can use this to cure your hit point damage. And if you have food poisoning or poisonous bite or open wound and broken legs, you can come over here and use these machines to cure them.
Yes.
And on the other side, back through the lobby here, you'll see critical care. Critical care is for things like radiation poisoning and heat stroke, freezing, and parasitic infection. And those need more complex machinery to cure.
Oh, and an operating table. I want such thing in my team. I can operate people with my gun.
And then there's another one over here as well for the parasitic infection cure.
Is this parasite? Yes. Okay.
Yep. All right. And so over through here, we've got research and processing, where you basically this is where you would create all your medicinal cures and store a lot of them and all that.
Oh, such as my antidote.
And that's where the food processor comes in, storing the stuff to make medical stuff, and the fridge to store any perishables that are required to make medicinal stuff.
Oh.
Additionally, you can use these tanks and stuff for storage.
Oh, those are storage tanks. Okay. I never knew. Okay, let's go.
All right, through here, going up one, you've got the lower corridor that you were just at.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna keep going up in the elevator though.
This way. This way.
Up here?
Alright, that's some kind of. Dude, this is the fridge bay. Yes, the fridge
This is
bay.
hydroponics. This is the garden.
Oh.
Right now, the garden is deactivated, but you can activate it by activating the switches on either side, like this, as long as the main hydroponics switch is activated. So if both sides...
Plant.
Yeah, if both sides are activated like this, and you want to turn them all off at one time, you just turn off this middle switch right here, and it'll turn all of them off that were on, and then all of them back on that were there.
But here we have sprouts.
Yeah, I put those sprouts in the food processor.
They're coming to attack us.
For now, I'm going to turn off both sides, and we'll decide later where to plant what sprouts. And
I'll turn off the other side.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not worried about drones. My base will take care of them.
But I hate them, and I like to shoot at drones. I
All right.
shot the drones with my ship before the.
And if we keep going up, here's the upper corridor, and then up one more, we've got the lounge.
Dude, this guy, they were just in range. They're already dead.
Yeah, because my turrets take care of them.
Screw them. Piece of shit. Go
So,
away.
over here we've got our refrigerators and the food processor.
Yes. I like this. I thought this was the restaurant.
And then if you come up here, you've got, tables for the crew to sit at, to mingle and all that.
But it's like, I think they should add in the game that you can really sit on those.
Oh yeah, it would be nice. Also, like with these couches and the like, that you could actually sit down, and while you're sitting, you're recovering stamina.
Yeah, that would be much more.
But I also added some crew seat, like passenger seats, so that you can actually sit down and, if the ship needs to go into motion.
Okay, and then we're going to
Up-
airlock.
Up here, yep, we've got the airlock.
I can't. I almost jumped in.
Yep,
Oh, this is the outside.
that's the outside. Now, before you go out there, there are armor lockers inside here.
Wait, where were we? Oh, yeah, right here. I saw.
Yep.
Why am I no oxygen? No oxygen.
Because there's no oxygen out there. It's an airlock. But yeah, you've got over here. You've got.
How did you make that? How did you make that?
What do you mean?
I want an airlock.
Yeah, it's just two doors with with a room between them. And so over here you've got your changing room.
Oh no. Okay. No, I'm not looking.
And there's one on that side too, in case you have two people.
What is this? Is this the light? I found the light switch.
Yep. Yeah. There's a light switch on each side. And then if you come up one more level, we've got the bridge.
This looks like the Star Trek bridge.
Yep. You've got the cockpit right here. And then you've got the command seat here. In Alpha 8, they're actually creating a commander chair item. And that's going to replace this seat right here.
Really? But right now, I can come sit here.
Yeah, right now, anyone can sit there. But and there are a couple of cargo bays here. Now, you may have seen these lights around the base or around the ship that don't seem to be used. See up here along the top? Well, that's because those are your alert lights. They're all throughout the ship, and whenever we go from normal alert to red alert, when you want the turrets to activate, it shuts off the main lights in there and then turns on the red alert lights. Additionally, if you are in the atmosphere and you're trying to fly in atmosphere, you need to be at blue alert.
Oh, so the thingy that you cannot move.
Because blue alert activates additional down-facing thrusters. Otherwise, you'll never get off the ground with this thing.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, let's go back down to the lower corridor, and I will show you Deck 2, or I guess Deck C. Down here. I believe this is the lower corridor. Yeah, lower corridor.
Yes, this is the lower corridor.
So the corridor lights come on as you go from side to side.
Wait, what are those on the left?
Oh, the meteorites?
They're asteroids, yes.
Yeah, it's meteorites. They fall. If they hit you, you die. But they always fall away from a base. So as you go down the corridor, the lights come on and go off. And you'll see up through here is main engineering.
We're gonna die if we come too close to this big generator. Oh, it's the warp drive, never mind.
Yeah, that's the warp drive. And that's why there's this thing, because if you go close to it, you get irradiated. These are fuel storage areas where you can put your additional fuel that won't fit in the base. And then this is a visual complex thing that has the smaller generators and some small fuel tanks back here, but I just thought it looked. The what?
This is the core, right?
No, the core, the actual core is right up here.
Huh? I thought there were more cores because that's a core too, right?
No, those are just blocks. Those are just blocks that are designed.
By core, okay. But dude, you have so much fuel.
And so those are just 4 tier 1 large generators for visual effect. The actual tier 2 large generators are hidden in the walls down the corridors.
Wait, that's why we have the corridors.
Yeah. They contain the fuel and oxygen tanks and the generators, as well as the grav generator and the other one, grav generator, and which, by the way, I need to turn off the grav generator to save power. The grav generator and the offline protection. Now,
we have offline protection?
Oh yeah. Now, if you'll follow me up this way, we'll go to the upper corridor. Actually, before we do that, come over here to the other side, and you'll see the secondary command center over here with a secondary cockpit, just in case the bridge gets annihilated. You can still fly the ship.
Oh, pretty handy.
There's a lot of redundancy in here. The generators are all in the middle, so they rarely ever take damage. The core and warp drive are in the middle of the back of the ship, so they don't take damage either. So while you're in combat, just about the only thing that's threatened is your thrusters. So if we come up here, you can get to the upper corridor, which is identical to the lower corridor, and then follow up this way to the crew lounges, or the crew quarters.
Oh, okay, that's my place. It's my place.
So
Wow.
over here, you've got the engineers' quarters, captain's quarters, first officer's quarters, and the medic's quarters, which right now don't have anything in them except for a single closet. But that's so that if we get a crew, they can decorate it however they wish.
Well, yes, I know. I know.
Back here,
what to do it.
we've got 2 crew bunks, which can each hold 10 officers.
Yo, I would like to sleep here.
And over here is the bathroom.
But still, no watching. Why, dude, look at the curtains. I can watch through them.
Yeah, I know. And then the other side is identical. The crew quarters have manual lights, and then the officer quarters have manual and sensor. So if you turn it on and leave, it'll go off.
Oh.
So, also, like I said, you'll notice the red and blue alert lights that'll come on whenever we go to an alert condition.
Oh, yes, I can't find it.
And then over here, you've got the thing back down through engineering down to the shuttle bay.
You've arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
So, what do you think of my ship?
It is huge. I will never find my way in the ship. Dude, what
Right.
for? Are those? Do you have the same thrusters as me, or do yours just look way bigger? Can
I have extra large and large thrusters, as well as medium thrusters and small thrusters. So I've got like thrusters of all kinds.
Wow. Okay, but how long do you think my Hammerhead Corvette could defeat the drone base in space? No, not alone, but with 2 people. Possible.
Well, if you set your turrets to attack only other turrets, turrets, like so that it only attacks the enemy's cannons, and you flew correctly, yes.
Yes, but the last thing will be impossible for me to do. Fly correctly, impossible. But I need to find a way to. I need to know how much pentaxid I need to fly from.
Just
Omicron.
wait till you see this thing in flight.
Wait, can I? What the heck? But how do I know how much pentaxid I need? Okay, there's some kind of alien in the base. There's some kind of alien.
Okay,
in the base.
each
It's running
AU
towards one of the ships. It's running towards. No, I dropped my gun. No,
each
no.
AU takes 1 pentaxid.
What? No, I need more than 100. Is that possible?
No. You have to keep in mind the distance from one planet to the next, to the next, to the next. So I'm going to go ahead and take apart the dromedary because I don't need a dromedary anymore. Because the dromedary was basically a vessel to have an interior while you're in space, and well, now I've got a Titan. So I'm going to take.
Can this fly?
Oh yeah, it can fly. It's got a warp drive and everything.
Do you mind?
What, you want it?
Yes. I'm going to give it to David.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Okay. How hard can it fly? How long can it fly?
Well,
Power?
I already took most of the fuel out. There's a very little bit of fuel left. But
Okay.
if you want me to fly it into your hammerhead, I will.
I'll try myself.
Alright, if you run out of fuel, I got more fuel. I was going to take it apart, so I was going to, I took everything out, fuel and oxygen and everything, leaving what was you know, left in there. Okay, first,
Yeah.
you're going to have to go into the control panel and activate its flight systems.
I have 0.5 minutes of fuel. Let's try this. I have 2 minutes of fuel. I don't know how to land it, but... no.
Press O to level out. That way you're even with the ground. And you'll be able to do that. And then use the arrow keys to rotate it. And you can rotate it around. Nice flying, Ridley.
Of course. Now I have ship in.
I am ready to lift off the ARV Titan.
I am looking through my beautiful window. I am trying not to crash into it. Okay, lift off.
All right. Flight systems activated. Go to blue alert. All hands to code blue stations.
Okay.
Prepare to lift off.
Yes, lift off. And then my ship comes over next to it, and then you see how big your ship is. Yo, you're like the big ship, and I'm like the small ship.
Yep.
Why do you go so slow?
Well, 32 meters per second is the fastest that any capital vessel can go in the atmosphere.
I am 31.8.
I'm 32.1 right now, so...
Why can you go faster than me? That's not okay. I'm small.
All hands, turn to starboard.
Wait, what's starboard? On the right, yes?
Yes. Because we were heading towards the north, and we don't want to run into the northern border while trying to get out of the atmosphere.
Okay. Okay, well, you know, this actually is very nice view through the cockpit. So I can turn around. My cockpit is really wide. I can actually see every side.
Yeah, I usually press V and get an outside look of my ship.
Oh, but I try to live the moment.
All right,
Okay,
we are in orbit around Omicron.
It's my ship. It's my first ship adventure on my own. I can see
all hands, stand down, blue alert.
Dude, why are you so turned so weird? Why am I turned so weird?
I'm reorienting myself with the O button.
Oh, I'm also reorienting.
Yeah, press and hold O, and it'll orient yourself with the plane of the galaxy.
There is a ship. There is a freighter right there.
Right where?
Left.
Oh no, that's not a freighter. That's definitely not a freighter. There is the trade station, and then a carrier. This thing could take out that carrier if I had more ammo.
I think I found some more alien things.
Now that might be a freighter.
I don't have ammo. We should move.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of ammo.
Yo, but we should. Now you must explain to me how to.
All right. In order to enable warp, open up your map.
Yes.
Up at the top, select sector map.
Yes.
Select your destination. We could either go Zihines to Ningus to Astus, or to Akua, or Astus to the trade-in outpost to Akua. I say let's go to Astus to the trade outpost to Akua, because we pretty much covered the other side.
Okay. And then how do I? So I press lock target.
Lock target, and then when you close the map, you'll see there's an orange arrow on your display at the edge, and you're going to follow that until you see its locked target around the planet.
Okay, and how do I enable the warp check?
Enabled in order to warp, you have to be moving towards the target. You have to aim towards it and move forwards, and then press the K button. Warping to Astus.
Oh my god! Holy guacamole! I just warped, I think. Oh my god! I am flying.
Now you'll notice that there's a little bit of a randomization to where we appear. You appeared below me. I'm above you.
I'm heading towards you.
So just go ahead, go to your map, and lock target on the trading outpost.
Okay, do I have enough fuel for this?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I found an asteroid field, yes.
Yep.
Trading outpost, lock targets.
Head towards it, and engage warp.
Yes, I'm on my way. 3, 2, 1, engage warp drive. Oh my god, it's actually amazing.
Welcome to the trading outpost sector.
And how do I get to the trading outpost with my ship?
The trading outpost is in the middle of that asteroid field.
The middle.
The middle. I wouldn't recommend going in there just yet because there are alien drones and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead, lock target on Akua, and head for Akua.
Where are you? No, don't. Yes, do the attack. It takes 1 year to fly there.
It takes greater than 1 year if you see the greater than symbol next to it. But
yes,
but that's if we were to try to fly without warp drive. So engage warp.
I found you. We're on the same height.
And you'll notice that we're above the plane of the system. So we're going to want to head towards... You can go to the planet. I'm heading towards the space satellite and the space miner.
Yes, but I would like to go with the small ship, with the small vessel.
Activate cruise control.
How do I activate cruise control?
Well, if you press I, it will deactivate the auto braking, and you can stop pressing the forward button, and it'll keep moving forward. I actually have a button on my dashboard that I put on there on the control panel that deactivates all thrusters except for the rear thrusters and deactivates most of the RCSs.
Okay, but how am I ever going to find the way back to the base?
That you should have put a waypoint on the base. Use your map if you haven't. You can actually open up your registry if you press tab and press where it says registry up at the top, and that'll show you all of your ships and vessels and such. And then if you click on the Advanced Recon Base Alpha, there's a thing that says waypoint at the bottom left that you can click, and it'll automatically put a waypoint on there. That'll just be permanently there.
Do we have another base on Aqua?
There is another base on Akua, but it is it's hostile to us because somebody didn't change it from private.
Who did this?
I do not know, but I was flying over it earlier today.
Wasn't there a player in your comment section that said he never saw me on the server before?
I have no idea.
I think there was a player in the comment section that said that. Dude, I am 5 kilometers of the ship. Okay, fly. Of my base. So I'm trying to fly as high as I can because I don't have... Wait, why is my hangar base open?
Yeah, because it's not close enough. It's not far enough away from the ground for it to close. So
why is it not close enough? It should close. No. Close. I saw you close before. Close. No, I can't close you.
Alright, so I have docked at my repair base satellite, and I think I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. Let's see, if that's the repair buoy, that's where the space construction is. I really should have gone out the top of the ship, but out the airlock. But anyway, I'm going to call this an episode. I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit the like button for me. And if you want to see more Empyrion Galactic Survival, go ahead and subscribe. I'm KnowItAllDM, and as always, y'all have a good day now.
Bye.